You're kind of muted.
Okay. I'm muted. I should not be muted now. So what's up, guys? It's Wero. We have a special guest today. Malevolent Paige Gilbert. Let's bring her out. She's locked in. What's up, buddy? How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So a lot of you might not know who she is. I'll give a quick overview and then we'll really get into it. She's it's a Youth USA, Team USA boxer, correct? Yes. So she's pretty badass. And how many fights do you have? Just to give everybody an idea.
That's a good question. I have over 40 maybe.
It's got over 40 fights. So now before we get into that, that's just so you guys have an idea of who she is. Like, she might be the most prolific fighter that we have in this group, to be honest with you. I don't know anybody else who has over 40 fights. You know, there you go. Bricks knows who you are. There's going to be a lot of people up here that you probably don't recognize. Because she's not super prolific in the group because she spends, 400 hours a day training?
About that.
Yeah, roughly. So, where were you born?
I was born in Kentucky, which is far from here. But yeah. Kentucky, Bardstown.
Okay, where are you at? Where is here? Where you growing up at right now?
Wyoming. Casper, Wyoming.
Casper, Wyoming. Okay. So what had you move out there? Was it your boxing career?
It was my dad. He found a job here, so we took a vacation to come here, and we fell in love with it. So we moved up here.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And you've been out there for how long?
7 years, 8 years, 8 years.
Okay. When did you first step into a boxing gym or pick up a pair of boxing gloves?
When I was 11, turning 12. It was like 2 months before my birthday.
Okay. How was it?
Scary.
Remember it?
Terrified. Yeah. I was scared to death.
Yeah. Look, Bricks, that's my man's right there. You already got a fan. I'm sure you have a ton of fans, honestly. So tell me a little bit about it. Tell me a little bit about your first experiences boxing.
So when I first stepped in the ring, I lost my first 4 matches, actually, and I wanted to quit boxing. I was like, I'm done with it. I don't want to do it no more. But then I won my first match, and that's when I was like, oh my God, I need to start doing this more. I love this sport.
So what kind of training, those first 4 matches you lost, What kind of training were you doing? What state were they in? Were they in Kentucky or Wyoming?
It was Wyoming, but the training was terrible. It's like, if I'm correct, when I first stepped in the ring, I was only boxing for like 2 or 3 months,
Mm-hmm. So they
and
threw
I
you
fought a
into a fight?
girl, huh?
They threw you into a fight after 2 to 3 months?
Yeah, it was against the same girl. She was boxing for like 5 years.
That seems a touch unfair.
Yeah, just a bit.
Okay. How did that go? How did that fight go?
I
I know you
lost.
lost, but
Yeah, but I lost by 1 point.
so it went the whole distance. You only lost by 1 point.
Yeah,
That's
it
not
was
too
a
bad at
split
all.
decision.
That is not too bad at all. The what? Oh, that's dope. Do you know Stephanie?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
That's so sweet of you. Thank you.
Um, so you got 4 matches in. During that time, did you have any other hobbies? Was it anything else you were doing? Anything else you were? Nope,
No.
just straight
Just,
boxing.
yeah, just boxing. Before
And
boxing, I was doing basketball, but
okay,
I was the shortest one on the team, so it didn't work out.
gotcha. Well, you're from Kentucky. At a certain age, they just make you play, huh? Just to see how good you are out there.
Yeah.
Big basketball country out there. So 4 matches in. The second, third, and fourth one. Tell me about those a little bit, if you remember them. I mean, you got tons of fights on your belt at this point.
I kind of remember them. I mean,
Yeah.
the second one went better. I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I need to focus down. Third one was terrible. It was so terrible. We were just wrestling in the ring. We kept throwing each other around. But the fourth one, it gotten a lot better. And the fifth one, that's when I need to buckle down and learn from my 4 last fights that I
Yeah.
lost.
So 11 years old, you pick up boxing gloves. By the time you're 12, maybe 13, how many fights would you say that you had at that point? Like
That's a good question. I don't even know.
in like your first year, would you say 10, something like that?
So for my first 2 years, I probably had 10 fights, 10,
Mm-hmm.
10 between 15, I think. And then my third, fourth, and fifth year, that's when I started growing more fights and more people that wanted to fight me. So I don't even know how many fights I had the first 2 years.
That's a lot. Is it like that normally with the youth boxing? Do they just make you guys as prolific as possible in the ring?
Not really.
No,
I mean,
it's just you, huh? Any specific reason why that is?
I don't even know.
No.
I mean,
What?
to be honest, I'm kind of, I don't know. It's hard to explain about USA boxing.
Tell us about USA boxing. What is it?
You
Like for
don't
the
want to
people
do
who
it.
don't know. Whoa. Whoa.
They
Okay.
have many rules, many rules. If you didn't know this, they now let Phantom, which is young age, fight girls versus boys.
So they're doing co-ed bouts, huh?
Yeah, basically for bantams, but they're young, but still
Well,
boys are
how
way
old?
different from girls.
Yeah, men and women are built a little different. Yeah, that's odd.
I think it was 7 and 8.
7 and 8. I wonder if it's
Yeah.
just because they can't find enough like girl boxers. Because I know that's not super
I mean,
prevalent.
for that young age, there are a lot more boxers. Girls, there are a lot more boxers than juniors, elite, and youth. It's a lot more.
Okay. So, uh-oh.
Thanks,
That's
Mom.
mom right there. That's mom right there. That's cool. I'm not gonna lie, she's the first mom we've had in the chat. Like the first guest mom we've had in the chat. That's dope. So you're young, 11, 12, 13 years old. You hit the boxing scene. You get let's just say mauled your first 4 fights. And your fifth fight,
Basically.
your fifth fight you come out on top. TKO, KO, points. How'd that one go?
Points. I won by unanimous, which means I won all 3 rounds.
Okay. Every judge, all 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. So you get that high right there. Now, I can imagine that in the beginning, when those first 4 fights, you're probably not super stoked to be in the gym training all the time. But once you get that win, did it turn around a little bit?
It really did. It turned around majorly.
And how'd that go? Like from that point on, was it, because I've watched some of your training videos and it's very, very impressive to watch you get in there and just buckle down and just take care of business. Like do what you have to do. There's not a lot of us. I hate training. Like I hate it. So it's impressive to people like me to just watch you just with the mental fortitude to just keep doing something physical like that over and over again. So how do you maintain that? And I'm assuming it started in that 5th fight. How do you maintain that all the way to now?
So from my 5th fight, I know it may be surprising, but I won 12 in a row after that 5th fight. And then I started getting serious with it because I was winning and winning and winning.
Wait, so let's back this up a little bit. You win your 5th one, you won 12 after that, and then you go, okay, I'm going to get serious?
Yes.
That's when you decide to get serious?
Yes.
Not during the 12,
I think
you were just bullshitting?
It was with my first nationals. It was my very first national, and I won.
That's so dope. So
I was little.
Explain that process, because I just took up boxing honestly when I got too old to do Muay Thai. So myself included, but there's a lot of guys out there that really don't know anything about boxing, and we very especially don't know anything about youth boxing and USA boxing. So the more light you can shed on that, the better.
So youth boxing is a racket. So it's like 17, 18. That's youth boxing right there. And there's also weight classes for youth boxing. It could go down to 95 pounds for youth boxing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's basically what it is. Oops. Turn my phone off.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. So 17 and 18 is youth boxing. What are the ages? Like 11 and 12? That's still considered youth, or does it have a different name?
That's a different one.
What is it?
So it starts from bantam. Well, I don't even know the lowest one. I only know my weight class and my age bracket. So I'm really familiar with junior, youth, and elite. So elite is 18 and older, where you can fight people that are like 30 or 40.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you just hit that. We're going to touch base on that in a minute. So you're going to be beating up grown-ass women here soon, huh? Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. That's dope. So you hit that 12-fight winning streak. Were there any fights in that 12-fight winning streak that stand out? Because, I mean, as you can imagine, most of us have never seen any of your fights. You've got 40 fights, and I've only seen what you sent me, the couple videos that you've sent me. Most of us haven't seen it. So any of those standout fights of those 12 fights?
Yes, there's one. So the 4 fights that I lost, I fought the same girl 4 times. Mm-hmm. And that 12 winning streak, I beat her.
Oh,
on that. Yeah, I beat her. That's the most outstanding one that I had.
Okay, so I don't think I understood something earlier. That 4-fight losing streak when you first started was all the same girl?
Yes.
Oh, that's definitely not fair. She's been boxing for 5 years and make you fight her 4 times in a row?
Yes.
I bet that 4th time you're like, Jesus, can we get somebody else?
I was. Yeah. Because she was making me she was the one that's making me wanting to quit boxing. Yeah. I thought I was going to fight her forever, to be honest.
The rest of your life.
Yes.
Yeah, at 11 and 12 years old, you keep fighting the same person. I can imagine that's a legitimate thought. You're like, I just have to fight this person over and over again until I win. It's like a video game. You just keep fighting until you win eventually. Yes. Yeah, that's nuts. Okay, so you get some experience under your belt. You come back, you beat her. TKO points?
Points.
Okay. After that 12-fight win streak, that's when you really was like, okay, let's take this seriously. And then what happened after that, and how old were you in that time frame?
So I was 12. No, I was 12. I was still 12. And I think I can't even remember that far
Yeah.
back. But I think when I was 13, that's when I went to my first national and I won. And
Okay.
then I had three more and I won. I can't remember that far.
So let's just talk about a national overall. Is that a tournament?
Yes.
And how long does that tournament take place? Is that like a weekend? You fight one day a weekend, or is it a few weekends in between and a long drawn out tournament?
It's a whole week. It could
It's a whole
start
week. Okay.
yeah, it's Monday to maybe Tuesday or Monday. It
For a
depends.
full week. Okay. Okay. That's, I mean, at least a little time frame. I know I've done some tournaments and it's 3 days from start to finish, and that's rough. That's very rough. So, you won your first nationals, and then you're 13, maybe 14,
Yeah,
12, 13, something like that, and then you do it three more times. So, did you ever face that girl that beat you those first four times again?
I never had to face her again. After I
Okay.
won, I never had to fight her again.
So it literally was like a video game. Like once you beat her, you're done with it.
Yeah.
That's
But
funny.
though I did fight her sisters.
Her
I had to fight all
sister.
yeah, they're triplets. I had to fight all three of them.
This is so cool. So this girl beats you up four times. A few months later, you fight her. You beat her up, and then you have to fight her sisters. Did you fight both
Yes.
the other sisters?
Yes.
Did you win?
So it was kind of unfair, but it was like a hometown. Well, it's my hometown too, but
Okay, yeah, that
it's
makes sense.
just um I thought I won. Other people thought I won, but I didn't, and I just well move on. But I was covered in her blood, and she still
You were
won.
covered in her blood, but she won.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, at
I
least
think it's because she was pressuring me and I wasn't pressuring her. So I was just so confused.
hmm. Some people, I think they confuse aggression
I I think
with
so.
winning. It's a possibility, or maybe even ring control. Depends. You'd have to post it. We'd all have to watch it. Um, so, but you fought both of those sisters. So you have fought triplets. You straight up fought triplets in your boxing career already. That's kind of dope. That's kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie. Like most of us don't even know people who are triplets, and you're out here fighting them. That's pretty cool.
Yes. I knew two sets of triplets.
You fought all of them?
No.
Oh, okay.
I fought three of them and I've sparred three of them.
So, this is nuts. Like from where?
From here still, and it was when I was like young. It's probably when I was 12 or 13.
How common is triplets in boxing right now?
I not actually. There's none now. Not that I
Really?
know of.
You beat them all out of the boxing. You retired them.
Probably.
Have you?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. So we have a couple comments in here. I'd like to. Bricks did. He's a little bit confused right there. I think your mom cleared it up though, right here. She's still an amateur. Daniel has a good question. We're leading up to that. We're going to get into that here in just a minute, Daniel. So, yeah, she is number one now. So let's push forward to 16, 17-year-old range. Okay, so you're fighting at 16 and 17 years old. You're national champion several times over. At that age, did you fight again? Is that where your fourth, fifth one come in?
I'm sorry. There's people talking and I'm listening to them while listening to you. Can you repeat that question again?
So it's around the 15, 16, 17-year-old range, 16, 17-year-old range. You had already fought for several national championships. Did you fight for any recently, like a year ago, within the past year?
Yes.
Okay. And I take it, did you win those?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm seeing Sunshine said that you are number one right now.
Yes.
So yeah, so youth is still 17 and 18, correct?
Mhm.
So you're still considered a youth, but you can also
Yes.
fight adults at this age.
So it's kind of confusing because of my birthday. It
Mhm.
has to be January 1st or 3rd. No, January 1st, where I can fight 18 and older for nationals.
Mhm.
But it's January. My birthday is January 30th, so I can't fight 18-year-olds and nationals. I'm
Okay,
still
so
in youth and nationals, but in amateur fights or in local fights, I can fight people that are over 18, just not in
yeah.
nationals.
Okay, that's cool. That makes sense. So you're kind of in a little bit of a limbo stage right now where you have your pick of whoever you want. So
Yeah.
are you going to be able to make one more nationals appearance at your age right now?
Yes, with that
Yeah.
that will be this year, and that'll be in December.
Oh,
Actually,
cool.
there's one a national coming up in April.
Okay, so right now, and that's the question Daniel was leading up to. What are you doing now? So I'm assuming you're taking fights leading up to that. You're not going to wait till December to fight again. You're going to keep fighting.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep finding fights for before nationals come up. I have several tournaments coming up actually.
Oh, cool. What's the next one? And do you
Next one
have?
is in April. That's
Mhm.
a big national too. It's in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. How's the traveling work for the youth organization? Does USA Boxing pay for all your travel expenses and stuff like that? Nope,
No,
that's you.
yeah, it's all
Yeah,
of us.
yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah, we do the same thing. So, um, and here is the question. I was gonna wait to ask this question, but I have a feeling everybody wants to know how long before you go pro? Like it, or is that even the goal?
Yes, that's the goal. That's the major goal right there.
Okay.
It just depends. I might stick with USA Boxing for a little bit, then go pro. I just probably need to get older.
What
Probably
do you
when
mean?
I'm 19 or 20.
What do you mean by that? Like probably get older, as in more experience.
Yeah,
You need to be out in the world a little bit more and get a little more boxing experience. Okay, that makes sense.
it's
Do you?
just I'm not ready right now.
That's legit. That's very self aware of you, because I hear a lot of people all the time talk about they're going pro. A lot of people don't understand the skill gap that's between there. You know, what I mean, it's a
I
lot of work
actually
you have to put in.
I actually know a couple people that went pro as soon as they turned 18.
Mhm. How'd that go for
Not too well.
them? Yeah, it's yeah. You step into the real world, it gets pretty crazy out there with boxing, with fighting in general. So
Yes.
you have one more national championship that you can make as far as youth boxing goes in December. So you have this full year ahead of you of boxing. You have a couple tournaments you're signed up for. Is there anything else you're doing? Is there anything else you're focused on that you're getting into right now? It's just all training all the time. What's your
Yes.
training regime look like these days? Walk us
So
through a normal day.
in the mornings, usually I go run, and if I don't run in the morning, I'll go run at 4 o'clock, and
Mhm.
then I work out in the mornings, and then when my mom gets home, I work out with her, and then we hit bags and hit mitts.
Okay. It sounds like your mom is probably your biggest supporter in all this. How does she fight? Does she box? Does she?
she, she's too scared to fight.
Whoa! We'll put her on blast like that, huh?
Sorry, mom, I love you.
Yeah, yeah. Um, this is a good question right here. Do you have female fighters that you look up to?
Yes, I have one actually, just one.
Just
Katie
one,
Taylor.
Katie Taylor. I do not know her. What is she?
She's a beast.
She's a beast. Okay, yeah. Tell me about her. Like, what about her,
Everything. I
especially if
want
you
to
just
be
got
like
one?
her.
Ooh, okay. Why? Just skill
Uh,
set wise, aggression, ambition.
she's really strong. really strong.
Yeah.
And she hits hard in the ring. She can knock people out. She can do anything basically inside the ring. She has a fight coming up that's over. She's getting over $1 million.
Whew. There you
Yes.
go. We all like the sound of $1 million. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. No, that's pretty cool. Okay. That's neat. That's neat. So let's talk about Street Beefs now. Now we talked about USA Bucks. Let's talk about Street Beefs and your affiliation with Street Beefs. You are not allowed to fight for Street Beefs. They say you can spar, but I mean, I highly suggest don't even get in there. Don't even risk it. What? How'd you hear about it? What's your affiliation?
I don't even know how I heard of it. I think it was on YouTube.
You just on YouTube watching boxing fights?
I,
Just
I
ran
think
into
it was. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I joined a year and a half. I don't even know how long it was.
Okay. And do you are you active in the group? Do you I can't
I
think of the word
try
I'm looking for.
I try to stay active. I mean, I try to
Mhm.
talk to people on there,
Yeah.
but usually I'm not even on my phone.
Yeah. You have a long day every day of training. Yeah. That's cool. Do you of the Street Beefs fighters that you know, do you have any of them that you look up to, especially some of the female fighters? Do you have any of them that you look at and you go, that guy's cool, that girl's cool?
I know a couple of them. I know Stephanie. She's good.
Yeah.
She's real good. Um, there's a couple guys, but I don't have their name in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I joined yeah, I did. It's just I don't know how long. I don't know how I joined. I don't know. I think it was on YouTube that I heard of you guys, and then I joined.
Sunshine says you made a post of wanting to spar.
Oh yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. King Man. So you jumped in and you were like, okay, who wants to fight? That's I love it. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I
So
mean, I'm allowed to spar in there. It's just I cannot fight.
okay. Okay. Has anything changed since you turned 18?
Huh?
Like
I'm sorry. What?
has anything changed since you turned 18? Because I know you just had a birthday recently, January 3rd. You're actually the day after my birthday is your birthday.
I'm better.
Did you say I'm better?
Yes.
Probably. You're probably better. So has anything changed as far as training, the people you train with, the outside world
Yes.
associated with you? What's changed? How is it different now that you're legally an adult? Like, are people hitting you harder? What's going on?
Yes. Not. It's not hitting me harder. It's just the training. It's much harder than
Oh.
before.
Didn't you just turn 18? I thought you just turned 18.
Yes.
Yeah. Sunshine, I know more than you. No, you made a big post about it. I saw that you made a big post about it. Yeah. Oh. Oh, okay.
And things got a
A little heated. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, he said, tell us the story of your recent post of you sparring another female and things got a little heated. You sent me that post. You guys got into it a little bit. There was a situation. No, you
What?
don't remember. You forgot about it already, huh?
Yeah, I don't know which one. Was it recent, like 2 weeks ago, last week?
Yeah, I think Dan, you might have to refresh her memory. Yeah.
Okay. So it was that sparring. So basically she would never spar me. She was like basically talking crap about me, saying she could beat me up and everything. And we did spar once, and I wasn't allowed to hit her, and she thought she beat me up because I wasn't allowed to hit her. And
Whose idea
that's
was
what
that?
it was mine because I asked her because I wanted to spar. I just wanted to spar with somebody, and I got my head moving in, whatever. And she said, "Yeah, as long as you don't hit me." It's like, okay. And then I started moving my head around and everything. She hardly hit me, but then we actually sparred for once, and
Mhm.
I just put my anger on her.
That's the one where you had your hands down the whole time and you just tuned her up real good.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
one. Is that on your Facebook? Is that on your Facebook
Uh,
page?
it's also on my Instagram. I think it's. I don't know. I don't know if it's on Facebook, but it's on
If it's
Instagram.
not, yeah, you guys go check out her Instagram. She just tunes this girl up a little bit. Just the head movement on point, hands down low, just rocking her. Yeah. Yeah, your
Yes.
brother's in the Marine Corps. That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a lot of vets in Street Beefs. She copped a plea and said, "Don't hit me during spar." Yep, that
Yes,
does
she
happen. I
did.
mean, some people don't like being punched. They show up to fight. They don't like being punched.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what.
all she was acting tough and all though.
Mhm.
She thought it
You
was
going?
gonna be like a easy sparring session of her beating me up, but
How old is she? She a grown woman?
no.
No.
I think she just turned 17. I don't know. I never asked her for her age.
Huh? She must not have heard about all your national championships, huh? Thinking it's just gonna be
She
an
did.
easy day. But she did. Still thought it was gonna be
She
easy, huh?
did. Yes.
Huh.
She heard
Yeah.
everything about it.
Huh. Yeah. Some people.
She
So.
also she also thinks she's like the best in the world because she's ranked number 7.
Hmm. Yeah. Um. I got one more question, and then Daniel's got a question. So, where did you come up with your fight name? Where did
Um,
Malevolent come?
so I don't know that either. So I think I was 12 when I got named that, but we heard that Malevolent is like vicious and evil and always mad at the world. That's basically describing me right now.
Hmm. So somebody else gave it to you and it just fit, huh?
My dad gave it to me actually.
Oh, got you. No, that's cool. That's cool. Does he train with you? Does he help you?
Yeah, he's my coach.
Oh, he's your coach. Nice. Okay. This was Daniel's question. What are your thoughts on Clarissa Shields crossing over to MMA and still defending her boxing belt?
I mean, I think she's going into MMA a little late because she may
Mm-hmm.
be fighting people that's been doing MMA for like 20 years or something like that. When they
Yeah.
started when they were 7, and she just now switched over. So I think it's kind of dumb. I mean, she's really good, but
Yeah.
it's not a really good idea.
I mean, I don't know. I think you take somebody, and I know this man gets brought up in every conversation ever, but you take somebody like Anderson Silva, who has a striking background and learned his ground game on the way. You know, Lyoto Machida, karate background, and learned his ground game on the ways. I think Usman right now, he's a wrestler and he's learning his
Yeah.
striking game on the way. So I think it's feasible. I just think that she's a lot, yeah, a lot more eyes are on her than most people.
I mean, it's her idea. It's her choice. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about it or nothing, but
Yeah.
it's just she went into MMA way too late.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think you're probably right. She is a little older for crossing over professionally, but who knows? Is that something you would think about doing? Like right now, does it sound even if you decided to start now, if you just started training jujitsu right now or wrestling or something like that, would it be something you wanted to do?
No,
No,
never. I get my
strictly
butt
boxing.
whooped.
Strictly boxing, huh?
Only boxing.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
don't have to throw any kicks or nothing.
Yeah, kicking it brings a whole new level to everything in there.
Yes.
So your ultimate goal is to go pro, and it sounds like you'd like to make $1 million one day for a fight or more. You know what I mean? Just be a big
Yes.
name. Yeah. Um, what are your other goals? Do you have other goals outside of strictly boxing?
I have one.
What's that?
When I'm so right now I work with my dad. He's making great money, so am I. I mean, I doubted him at first, but then we started making good money. It's like eBay. You sell
Yeah.
on online on eBay. and it's
Mhm.
great money. Anybody should try that. You should also check
Really?
out his eBay. He
Man,
has
I
like
would have
over
never
a
guessed that.
thousand
What do you
thousand
sell? What do you
listing.
do?
He sells anything. Anything he can grab, he can sell.
So you just buy stuff and sell it, like go to Walmart clearance
Yeah,
section and just buy stuff and sell that shit?
not like Walmart. So it's 4 hours away, but we go to like Goodwill outlet and then
Oh,
we grab stuff and sell it online. We make great money.
that's
Send
awesome.
me his eBay link.
Yeah, Sunshine.
I will. I
Sunshine is
definitely will.
absolutely the homie when it comes to that stuff. Like she,
He has like everything on there. He has
yeah,
over 1,100 listing.
that's awesome. Um, I never would have expected, like when you said that, I never would have expected that. Sell stuff on eBay.
Yeah,
Um,
it's great money. And but
Daniel
the
says,
goal,
but the goal, go ahead.
oh yeah, the goal is to save enough money and to get the truck that I've been dying for. I've been
What
wanting
kind,
this truck for like 5 or 6 years.
what kind of truck?
It was not like newer trucks, but 95s trucks, like the
Mhm.
90s, the old trucks. I'm in
Well,
love with those.
easy with the old and 90s. 90s is not that old. It can't be that old. It
Okay, maybe
literally can't.
80s then.
It was just the other day for me. Can't be that old. Daniel says, any pointers for Streetbeefs fighters on their boxing? And
Uh,
that's like you and I were. Let's see. I think. Yeah, go ahead. Give us all. Like I'm a boxer and I'm terrible at it. Give us all some pointers on that.
don't get hit. Hit a lot.
That's it. Huh?
Move your head. Don't get hit.
KT means my cousin says show
Oh,
you the story of the day. Says, yeah, bro, it's somebody else's fiance. What do you want me to say? No, legitimately, I do not
yeah,
remember
they
that at
seen
all.
you.
My bad, man. My bad. We're born Eddie. Yeah, we old. I'm not even gonna keep that comment up there too long. No.
It's just, I've been dying for a truck like that, so that's
Yeah.
my goal
95.
outside of boxing.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. Well, you got some hefty goals. A truck and a professional boxing career.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're going pro. Let's just fast forward a little bit. You're going pro. You are a professional boxer. Who do you want to see in that ring? Who would you like to fight?
A lot of
Like,
people.
like
A lot of
just
people I dislike.
name one. Tell me one. Name one
I
professional fighter right now that you'd love to just beat up in the ring.
I'm not professionals.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Professionals right now. Like
Oh no, not
which
professionals.
yeah.
I hardly know any professionals.
Who was the girl you mentioned earlier? Kristen
Huh?
Taylor? Did you say Kristen Taylor? Is that what her name was?
Katie Taylor?
Katie Taylor, yeah. Would you fight her?
She I never want to fight her.
No?
I
You
never
wouldn't
want to
want to
fight
fight
her.
your idol?
No.
Whew. That's a big
She killed me.
yeah, I think you'd be fine. You got a nice cross. I think you'd be fine.
Definitely not.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. Paige, do you have any pointers or tips for younger girls coming up in boxing? Any experiences you can share?
Don't be like me. Don't go fighting people after 2 months of boxing because that will make them hate boxing, like dislike it and want to quit, like me. But for them, just do it. Make sure they do it and make sure they like it before you start getting into it more. Because the first 4 fights that I lost, I didn't like it. But then when I won, I liked it. So make sure they spar before they fight.
You didn't even spar before you fought?
No.
That is nuts. And they threw
Make
you there
sure,
with a girl?
okay,
That's crazy.
here's a great point. Make sure they get hit before they like go into anything, before they
Yeah.
do boxing.
Right?
Most
That's
girls don't like getting hit in the face.
who was
Actually,
training you
most
back then?
people.
Yeah, most people don't. I think one of the most important things about fighting in general is knowing what to do when somebody throws a punch at you. But who was training you back then? Like, what was your training when you first started? They just tossed you in there with no training at all?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. That's awesome. I'm glad you're getting the training that you need right now. I'm glad you're like you seem very, very passionate about it.
So I am, because when my dad took over coach, when he took over, that's when I won 12 in a row.
Oh, nice. Okay. That everything just clicked right now. That makes sense.
Yes.
Makes all the sense in the world. Yeah. Okay.
But if
That's
she
awesome.
does, okay, back to that question. If she does want to join, then, or if any girls want to join or whatever, they can join. It's just, it's not a sport to play. It's definitely not a sport to play. It's not a sport to goof around, because actually last year, an 18-year-old girl just passed away from doing boxing.
What happened? What's up, magician?
So she was in a pro fight, of course, and she got hit in the head,
Yeah.
and she went to the hospital in a coma, and she never woke up.
That sucks.
Yeah, and
I
she was
did about
only
that.
18.
Yeah. Man, that's you hear about that occasionally. Every couple of years I hear about that.
Yeah.
Somebody in combat sports, which honestly it's a little surprising that not more people are dying when you're beating the crap out of each other. It's kind of like the MotoGP, the motorcycle racers. You've only get a couple people die in the past 20 years doing that. You know what I mean? And you would think going 200 miles an hour on a motorcycle would kill a lot of people, but it doesn't kill as many people as you think.
I know I wouldn't be doing that.
If you need a trainer, hit up Paige's died. I'm going to assume she meant dad right there. 4 times fighting and no sparring. Yeah, she's different. Look out for her in the future. For real. Magician said, where's Paige located?
Casper, Wyoming.
Casper, Wyoming. Now, question. If you choose to shoot for, like, if you get the chance to go legitimate pro, would you move for it? If you have people, if you had, a gym, a professional, a solid large gym want to scoop you up and bring you to them, would you move? Would you change gyms for that pro career?
I mean, not really. I don't, unless he gets like sick or something bad happening to him. I don't think I'll be moving anywhere else for a pro career. I'll probably just stay with my coach.
Yeah. Are these Indiana Golden Gloves and KOTM, King of the Mountain, on the 16th, I'm assuming? Have you fought for any of those? Is there a Queen of the Mountain? What do they call some of the tournaments?
What?
What do they call some of the tournaments? Like some of the tournament names that you're fighting in this year? Like
National
people
tournament.
can pay attention.
National tournament.
National tournament. Okay.
It's just a plain national tournament.
Yeah, they're real creative over there at USA Boxing.
Right?
Yeah. No,
there's also JOs. Don't forget that.
JOs. What's that?
Junior Olympics.
Oh, yeah. So the Junior Olympics, tell us about that. Have you fought in that before? How does that work?
Yes. So I can't fight in the actual Junior Olympics. There's a thing called Summer Festival, and that's where I fought. And that's where I'll be fighting this year again.
Oh, that's dope. Are you ranked over there too? Like you junior ranked over there too? So that number 1 ranking, you're number 1 over there too?
Yeah.
So how many organizations are you ranked number 1 in?
So so far just one, but when I was younger, I was like 85 pounds. That's when I was ranked number 1 there. And then I was ranked number 1 in Junior Olympics, and then now youth, and hopefully elite.
Okay. Are you doing Youth Worlds, Paige? See, I don't know what that is. What is Youth Worlds?
I don't either. What do you mean by that?
Magician, you want to elaborate on that a little bit, my man? Yeah, Magician, I'm a fan, seen your fights. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys all go find Paige's Paige's page. Go find Paige's page.
Yes.
That like button. Yeah. I let my brain stop working there for just a second. Go find that page and like it. She is definitely an absolute animal in that cage.
I also have Instagram.
Yep. Find her IG. Yeah, she's an animal in that cage. You don't know it's the Olympics for 18 and under. Okay. Yeah. I mean, honestly, now's the time.
There's
Youth
golden
Worlds.
gloves and stuff like that, but
Youth Worlds.
it's like the major tournaments. It's only nationals. That's the only major tournaments for youth. But when you turn 18 or elite, that's when you can. Okay, so I kind of know what you're saying. You have to build up your points for Olympics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what most girls are doing. They're building up their points at its elite and going to the Olympics. I'm not there yet. I'm not elite yet.
No. And elite is that's another age range, right? The elite
18 and older.
18 and older. Okay. And then that's it. That like after that it's just okay.
Like you can fight people that are 50 years old. I swear to God.
Yeah, I do.
I love you.
Okay. That's awesome. So, Paige, we are going to absolutely follow your career with great enthusiasm. Like it's so cool having it's so cool having somebody that's like coming up with us in Streetbeefs. Not necessarily, competing in Streetbeefs, but watching it and knowing a lot of us, and we get to watch you kind of grow up and do that. My brothers Richardson, Hitchens, and Bruce Carrington did. I'm gonna hit you up here in a bit, Magician. I want to know what you're talking about right there. And yeah, King Madness, she absolutely is killing us with all these old people jokes. I should have been on there. Yeah, it was my old teammate from New York, cops and kids bus. Huh? Yeah, that's cool, man. I have to look into that. But yeah, we definitely cool. Yeah, we're gonna follow your career for sure, buddy. It was a pleasure having you on, and I appreciate you chopping it up with us tonight.
I love being on here. Yeah. I can talk to people.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It is kind of cool. We'll definitely have you on again. And you have a good night.
Sounds lovely. You too. All
right, buddy. Bye. What up? So thanks everybody for tuning in. That was Paige. She is super cool, man. She's such a down to earth kid. And she's absolutely going places. If you guys get a chance, go to Paige, watch her IG. I don't know what it is. We'll post it. We'll definitely Sunshine will promote the shit out of her, I'm sure. Go to it, like it, share it, because she's super cool, man. You guys have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.